Tekken Nerd Time, Asuka Edition, version 2. First one didn't want to upload and disappeared for some reason. So here we are, version 2. Thoughts probably a little more collected on time 2 anyways. So anyways, Asuka, Tekken 8. So a lot of people, I guess, are disappointed with the build. Think she's a bit underwhelming, think she's weak, think they hurt a lot of her things that she did in Tekken 7. Yeah, and that may all be true. She may be an underwhelming, low-tier character and may not do much in Tekken 8. And for you Asuka lovers, Asuka mains out there, I'm sure that sucks. No one likes to have their character be a dumpster fire, and I get that. But I guess as far as power level goes, we're not going to be spending a lot of time talking about that just because those things are so much in flux between now and the release date. And then even after the release date, there will be patches, there will be seasons released, there'll be DLCs. There's going to be so many things that happen over the course of this game that vanilla Tekken 8 Asuka probably will not resemble Tekken 8 Asuka by the end of its lifespan. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on power level. We're going to try to spend a lot of time on design and creativity here. And this one, I think, is a win. I feel like Asuka has suffered from being a boring character for a long time. So I guess a little history lesson on where she came from. She was basically a clone, a dupe of June in Tekken Tag 1. That was the last time that we saw June before Asuka came around. And in that game, really was not a well-rounded character. It's not a fully developed character. I'm talking about June in Tag 1. So whenever Tekken 5 came along and we saw that Asuka was kind of an improved version of June, it was definitely a great sign, a great move in the right direction, but still kind of a two-dimensional character. She's pretty much a wall, which I loved. I loved playing her in there, between Magic 4, Down Forward 4, and the very highly spammable Wall Rising 3 back in those days. She was just a wall of defense, but suffered from not being able to crack open turtles, which is fine. As I talked about in Mars video, it's good to have a character that excels in one thing but maybe suffers from in another, and the offense is where Asuka suffered. But it fit to her Aikido style of gameplay. She was supposed to be defensive, and so it fit to that. Come Tekken 6, Tekken Tag 2, 7, they get away from that heavily and turn her into like a powerhouse tomboyish character, which is okay. I mean, it's fine as far as giving her a little more personality there, but these power moves and things just kind of left her with, I don't know, kind of a mixed match of a moveset where she's trying to steal turns with sidestep 2s and back 3s, and had some decent damage output because she had like these power moves now. So I guess it kind of worked, but for me, I didn't really enjoy it. I liked the Tekken 5 style character. I felt it was a little more, I don't know, unique and set out as opposed to the rest of the roster. And in 6 and 7, she just felt like very whitewashed. I lost all interest in the character. So even though she was my secondary in Tekken 5, I did not touch her at all in 6 or in 7. And in 8, I guess I'm re-inspired to look at her again as a character. I feel like we're going back to the more defensive wall style. At least I'm hoping so. Sidestep 2 now being a heat engager is a great step in the direction towards that. Just her general poking game seems good, and it just seems to be getting away from just these I don't know, just where they've been going with her in the last 2 renditions of this. So for me, I feel like this character is a lot more interesting, added to the fact that reversal chickens are now gone. I always felt that was a terrible decision. There are plenty of ways to get around reversals. I feel like even for new characters or new players don't even really use reversals that much, and advanced players, you should know how to get around reversals. Chickens just never felt great to me. Just felt like a skill check. If you did chicken, if you knew how to chicken and you had the skill to do it, then reversals they were basically not a usable move in your arsenal anymore. They were solvable, and things shouldn't be solvable. It's like a mix-up that has a fuzzy guard. Yeah, that's no good. It's a solvable problem. So I didn't like the fact that there were reversal chickens, and I'm glad to see them go. So that's a big win for me. And we see her snatch you and pull you forward throw now having a built-in 50-50 mix is very interesting as well, with a mid heat engager and a low that trips you for a free Oki hit. Great additions there. And then probably the big addition that we have is the install, the point at you thing that she's got going on. And while it doesn't really seem to enhance too many moves, it's really just 3 moves that get enhanced out of it. They are moves of interest. Particularly interested in the kind of I guess, I don't know, manga style, jump in the air and punch you while you're on the ground type move. It's basically a stomp type attack. I mean, she's always had good Oki options. This isn't anything too new, but I like that we have a move kind of dedicated to that. I'm a little unclear as to when you get a guaranteed hit follow-up and when you don't. So I guess we'll have to investigate that more. At least I'll have to investigate that more. But nonetheless, I think that's interesting. And the moves that she gets enhanced by the install get a lot of chip damage. So she can actually go from wall to offensive kind of bully character by having the install. And when she's in heat, she's got infinite access to the install, so she can do repeated chip damage things with these kind of moves. So there's some new interest there. Kind of peppered in throughout her. I don't think this is the most aggressive retool that we've seen. I feel like Lars and June have gotten and King have gotten much more aggressive retoolings and reinventings from 7 and into 8. This feels like, I don't know, like a mild step in the right direction, but it's certainly interesting enough for me. So I like it. I like where they're going with it. Asuka, definitely a character that I think was a win in the design department. Man, one of the safer wins, but still definitely a win there. So a character I'm going to be looking into quite a bit to pick up, hopefully, to main or at least secondary. But we'll see. Like I said, a lot of things set to change before it's all said and done. So, that's it. Yeah. Say hello to the people, Autumnberry. Autumnberry, hello. Ending.